put the spotlight on another corporate voice, PG Electroplast, to talk a little bit about how the summer demand is cooling up the segment and what the outlook is for FY25. We've got Vikas Gupta, Managing Director, joining in. Thanks much for taking time out. So what are the kind of inquiries, the demand trends that you're observing from clients across segments, particularly in the AC segment? Has there been a significant leg up, and if you could quantify that?
Yeah, good morning. When we look at the air conditioning and the air cooling products, we are seeing a very robust growth in the first half of this year. And what we see, all the clients are pleasantly surprised with the kind of sales that they are experiencing in all the different geographies of country. I would say till March, like South and West were firing. And now the North and East have also started reporting a very good sales. And so overall, if we see for this quarter, all our clients have upgraded their forecast, and the kind of sales that we are experiencing also is looking quite robust.
Right, interesting. So provide us with the guidance on, what your order book expectations are, in particular for the AC segment for FY25, given that beginning has been quite good.
So please understand, till now, we have not officially made any announcement regarding the guidance. We will be coming out with specific guidance related to our company in maybe coming 2 to 3 weeks' time. But what I can say is that as an industry whole, what we are experiencing is the first half of this year, we should see almost around 35 to 40% growth in the sales of air conditioners. Please note that these sales are based on the lower base or smaller base of the previous year, because if you can remember, the last year there were intermittent sales in the months of April and May, which led to a slower sales in AC for the last year. But this year, all our clients are reporting a very robust sales, and some of the clients are reporting a stock out position also as of now.
All right, and analysts are talking about how the market for growth for ACs in India is nearing its end, and we will have it by about 59 million household by FY25. Can you give us a sense as to what your outlook is?
So please understand the penetration level for air conditioners in India is still very, very low. It is around 9%. And if you see the households which can afford the air conditioners, if you look at that number only, still the penetration level will around 25% only. So I think there is a long-term, long-term horizon, you see there is a strong potential for growth for next 8 to 10 years for this business.
All right. And what about the company in specific with the revenue guidance that was given for Q4, 1,075 crores? Any update? How close are you to achieving those targets? Will you surpass these targets?
As I told you, so we are in a quiet period. We have already closed our financial year for FY24. We'll be releasing our audited results in a couple of weeks' time. So we should be able to share that with you. But what I can say is we are very, very safe on that.
Right. What about price competition within the AC segment? Because, there are a few organized players out there with a majority chunk. Just wanted to understand in terms of pricing with the kind of demand that's playing out, how's the competitive landscape looking?
What I can say, please understand, if you look at the pricing of a product like air conditioners, there are major play comes from the commodity prices, which has been relatively benign for this year. And we have seen a moderation in the prices of the air conditioners all across categories. And there has been a moderation of almost around 8 to 10% in the pricing of the air conditioners compared to the last year. Primarily, that has been due to the softening of the commodity prices like copper, aluminum, and on the polymers. Regarding the competitive landscape, definitely the competitive intensity has increased. But with the coming in of PLI and with the development of the robust local component ecosystem, what we feel the overall growth pattern for this AC industry looks quite strong going forward.
Let's say the manufacturing cost of made in India air conditioner versus a made in China air conditioner. What is the difference?
So please understand, as of now, if you look at the cost disability between the made in India air conditioner and the made in China air conditioner, that will be still around 8 to 10%. What we are anticipating, once the whole component ecosystem gets developed, there are still some critical components which are missing, which still are under the pipeline under the AC PLI scheme. I think some of the vendors have already announced their plans. Once the copper tubing, aluminum foil, and all those things come in, we should be at par with China regarding the cost of the product.
Koreans, in a sense, have dominated the Indian air conditioning market always. I mean, is it only brand, or they have a technological edge, or they have advantage of patent? What is the secret sauce here?
So please understand, regarding air conditioners, I don't see a very strong edge that China has over India regarding the technology. We have local players who are very competitive and very advanced in their technologies, and they are able to launch one of the best products in the country and globally. So we don't see any challenge regarding the technology. So the secret sauce is the scale. We need to achieve that scale going forward to be more competitive.
And I go back to that very, very basic question. Hot summers means more air conditioning sales, means more business for you. Is it as simple as I'm trying to make it sound?
Yeah, of course. So the weather definitely plays a very important role, as it can be seen from the last year also. There were intermittent rains in the months of April and May, which led to a slower sales in ACs. Definitely, weather plays a very important role because some of the buying in air conditioning is still a impulsive buying where families experience intense heat and they say that they go and buy the air conditioners.
Okay. So because last 2 years have been both hot and humid, and we had unseasonal rains, can I say that this time, given what we've heard from IMD, and we're already feeling the heat, 40 degrees in large parts of India, and May has not even started. So if I connect the dots here, can I say that 2024 could be perhaps the best year for you post-COVID?
Yes, so I would say we are just keeping our fingers crossed, and all the industry players are expecting a very robust growth. As I told you in my opening remarks, the first half of this year, everybody is saying, talking about around growth of around 30 to 40%. So we are keeping our fingers crossed. If the weather plays out true, and then it should not be a major issue.
Okay, thanks so much for telling us a little bit more about how your overall business is shaping up, the trends as well as on-ground demand.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.